What's up? Right.
What's happening? Oh, you have your bunny. Say hello. Hello. Oh, you gave them a kiss. Oh.
Indeed. Indeed. Hello, everyone.
Hi, everybody.
I'm Steve.
Mark.
And this is Smokey, Steve, and Mark.
Yes, it is.
Welcome or welcome back.
Yes. How are you?
Happy Tuesday. Felt like a Monday.
It did feel like a
A little bit.
Well, yesterday was a holiday.
Yeah, it was Labor Day here in the States, so we were, I don't know. I didn't really do anything yesterday, if not.
We kind of
laid low.
which was nice.
Yeah.
But today was, well, for me, I just got home from work. It's a little late. I got home from work.
Yeah.
But it was really busy because of Labor Day. All the people that were supposed to come on Monday came today, plus the people that normally come today. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we had a very full schedule today. It was very, very busy.
Yeah.
So
My phone was blowing up. Working from home, the phone always blows up. I had a training I was supposed to give tomorrow that was canceled due to lack of technology.
on their part.
On their part,
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
supposed to go to I was supposed to present for a provider. Now I can only go via Zoom at the moment. I'm not traveling at work. It's not my call. I'd be on the road. It's not up to me. So I have to Zoom in. And they don't have the technology to do that.
To do that.
Because who would think a public mental health agency would be underfunded?
That's crazy.
Who would think they'd be short on resources?
I know.
So,
right?
not even a laptop and a projector. Nothing.
That's actually surprised. That's.
No, if you ran in these circles, you wouldn't be surprised.
But I mean, now, like, we've been dealing with this for so long. Like, I don't know. It's just, I get it.
And then my phone, I was like forwarding messages like crazy. One of the services that the agency does is helping people with money who get disability. And my option on the phone is like one number below theirs. So when people hit it by accident, I get people screaming that they need more money, that they're not getting whatever. So that people yell at me and they don't realize I can't help them.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be rude and interrupt them and say, before you start, I can't do anything about the problem you're having. So they want to finish, I let them finish, and then when they're done, I say, can't help you.
Yeah.
The problem you're having. Yeah. And then they say, why did you let me go on so long?
No.
There's
well, damned if you do.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't. But it's good to be working. It's a horrible time to be out of work.
Yeah,
we've been employed the whole time. I should be so lucky to gripe about people. So,
no, you're right. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I think you're the one that told me this, and I don't know if it was from a therapist or what, but like when I get down about having to go to work, I remember what you said. Just change the words around. I get to go to work.
Yeah,
you know, and it does. It changes it. It does.
Yeah, I'm physically able to do it. I'm mentally able to do it.
I just have a job.
Jobs are available.
You know,
there's available work for someone with my skill set. Because if I was laid off, believe me, I'm not going right into drywall. Because I have to learn a few things first. I don't have trade skills. I have soft skills.
And I mean, I really lucked out getting this job. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because like I was in the restaurant, my whole life, and gosh, I made a change right before all this hit. And I mean, wow, because it would have been very different because I wouldn't have had a job.
No, you wouldn't be working at all.
Even now, I believe he opened the restaurant, but again, there's so many parameters to it.
Things could have looked very different. I mean, you could have been out of work completely
out of work.
I could have been laid off.
You could have been laid off.
Now I would have gotten that $600 a week thing.
Yeah.
I hate to say, but I mean, I work in human services. You know, none of us are dying rich.
Yeah.
$600 a week clear of unemployment would be more than I probably
more
made
than
in a month.
Your take home.
That clear would be close to my take home. Probably. It would double my income.
Yeah.
But then again, you're only laid off for so long until you're probably fired or let go.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm still glad to be working, but I'd be, you know.
Yeah, I've been counting my blessings recently. Yeah, you know, I gotta be reminded of that. I gotta reel it back in because I can get way out there. I can be like, oh man, I gotta go to work today, and you know, life sucks and you know, but
life. Well, there's like
the life does not suck. It's in my head.
Yeah.
I you know.
Well, the one thing there's the program I work with, and with transition age kids, and you do the difference between like daily problems that we all have, and like the big stuff.
And the big stuff.
Like the little stuff we all deal with, like annoyances of this and that, and whatever, you know. And that's day to day. It's almost not worth mentioning because it happens to everybody. But now everything seems noteworthy.
Yeah, but no, I'm I'm grateful, you know.
Yeah.
Like I'm very tired right now, and I came in and I sat down and I'm like, oh, this sucks.
Yeah.
And then that can spiral completely out of control.
Then it turns into set up the camera. Let's get this shit.
Let's get this done with. I'm not going to the store. I'm not I gotta change out of my clothes. Oh, you know what? It never ends.
I changed out of mine to match him, so we would film.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Well, the discussion didn't go quite like that, but I decided that I was gonna put...
Oh, you did!
We had another brief discussion about whether or not it's appropriate to put a print tee under a button-down. We got...
Just for me.
Just for you. Now, how come if it's just for you, you reamed me
It's
out?
just my opinion. Just my opinion. When you wear a button-down shirt, I don't think that you should have a graphic tee underneath it. If you're... you know, looking good professional, so to speak.
What professional? What professional?
I worked today.
I would never wear a print tee and a button-down shirt to my work. It wouldn't
Okay,
fly.
then why would you do it now?
Because this isn't work. This is fun.
This is fun, but we want to look, you know.
Now, when I was like 20 and a total indie rock poser, I lived in thrift store print tees that said stupid stuff like Abe's Hot Dogs or whatever, like random brand. And then even cheaper button-down shirts. It was a look.
Well, that's your look,
I cuffed
then you
my
can
jeans.
do it.
I dressed like a bike messenger. I wasn't a bike messenger.
I have worn
but I
printed
dressed
shirts
like one.
under button-down shirts. I have.
But then let he who is without sin cast the first
it depends
stone.
on what it is, though. If you have, like, just plain old... It does not matter. I don't even know why we're discussing it.
You brought it up.
I didn't bring it up.
You
did. Did he not just bring it up? You brought it up.
Yeah. So
you said you changed. You did bring it up.
I said I changed. You were the one who looked for what I changed into.
No, because you said you did, and I was like, oh, look, you did. He brought it up.
I said I changed. I didn't say what I changed into or what was relevant about it. At any rate, going forward, thank you for those of you who noticed my new specs. They're good. I actually can see.
I got some messages about it, too.
Checking
the emails, stuff like that, and it seems to be people like them.
Yeah, I've pretty much gotten used to them. It's been about 4 days. I still haven't driven in them yet, but I think I'd feel confident enough to at this point. I've gone up the stairs. I've gone down the stairs. I've gone out walking in them, so I can see. And you hate all glasses, so
I'm not a glasses person. No,
what
I think
picked out or how they look or anything.
No, I think they're okay.
Yeah.
So but I'm not a glasses person. Like, and I think the most ridiculous thing that...
See, like, I don't know how you can say that. That's like me saying, like, I'm not a crutches person. It's like, it's a medical device I need to navigate the world.
Well, if you would have let me finish what I was saying, and I think the most ridiculous thing is when people get glasses...
Who don't need them?
Just for fashion, who don't need glasses, you know, as an accessory or a...
What's always like, oh my god, they're like, you'll go scroll through. There's a bunch of girls in my hometown, and God love them, they never left. And what they end up doing is taking provocative pictures of themselves and putting them on Instagram, highly filtered. And sometimes they're like, oh god, I'm such a geek, and they have their hair put up in like the slutty updo. It's like, no, you're just a slut with glasses. I mean, on Instagram, not in real life.
But no, I meant it as a fashion thing. You know, I'm just not a glasses person. I think people look better just without them.
I mean, they're all locked in time and place. Like, I like these now, but if I look back in 10 years, I'll be like, man, I looked like, a gay film critic. Like, I'm not gonna like these later. I didn't like my glasses when I was little. But so that's all that's new on my front with what's going on.
Yeah.
How have you been feeling?
been feeling all right, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Been feeling all right.
More or
I'm
less.
tired, and
How's the rib?
it hurts, but not as bad. Not as bad.
Well, that's good.
So, boy, did I injure that. 3 weeks of, oh my gosh.
In a hot second. 1 second we were just taking pictures under a bridge.
Next second,
I
was
we're both
injured
on our
for
backs in the mud.
weeks.
Yeah.
Crazy. But on that note, I was thinking of something about over a year ago. I'd have to look back and see. It was a long time ago. I did a video on living with arthritis, and it was at the beginning of all of this for me, really. I mean, I was like a few months into it, but I didn't have the experiences that I have up till now with it, you know. So I was thinking of maybe documenting this journey now, because I'll be starting a new treatment protocol, I guess you would call it. I don't know. And I thought maybe I should document it, because people are asking how I'm doing, and you know, and then people give advice on like different medications and things like that, and you know, even if somebody can relate, or if it helps one person, you know, I'm thinking of maybe kind of documenting it, maybe not like a whole video every single week, but maybe little check-ins, or maybe do one video every 2 weeks or something. I don't know. I'm thinking about it, because what I remember most at the beginning of this, when this all started with me, we had no idea what was going on, and I thought I was crazy, because I'm like, I don't understand how like the pain can move around. I had never had some of these pains before ever, and it slowly became more and more debilitating. But I remember thinking I was totally alone, you know.
Yeah.
I you know, and it was like there was fear there, you know. It was very uncomfortable, and you know, of course you were there and very supportive, and your parents and everybody.
Yeah.
But they did. No, you didn't go through it. Like you couldn't give advice. You couldn't relate.
Like,
you
care,
know.
but not understand.
Exactly.
But,
yeah.
You know.
And if I would have probably went on YouTube back then, or reached out to a support group or something, I think it would have made a difference. You know.
Maybe.
So if it potentially could help somebody, then I'm all in. But I don't know if it would or not. I don't know what the benefit of sharing making it more of a documenting a journey rather than just.
Well, on the flip side, I mean, and I don't know, I don't think it's selfish. Would it benefit you to do it?
Well, I think it would benefit me, because the relating back and forth, because anytime I mention my health or anything like that, I do get comments both below the video and personally, like through email and stuff. Everything from, you know, this was my experience using this medication, to just little shows of support, you know, things like that. And I like stuff like that anyway. Like in general, I like how I like to connect with everybody. You know, I like that. I like the community we have here.
Yeah.
And it's the same when talking about something uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like your health or whatever, you know, because I don't know what's ahead. I mean, I don't know this new medication conglomeration and all that, you know, and just, you know, document it, report what's happening. You know, I was sick this day from it. It worked for me. It didn't work for me. You know, I don't know.
Yeah. I think
it
so.
also keeps like a little bit of a journal of everything, you know, because I can't remember back, like, oh, I started the medication on this date and this is what happened. I don't remember any of that now.
Yeah, it's really helpful to do. I used to keep mood charts when I was new
did.
recovery, a day by day, what my mood was in the morning, what it was at night, because then I had empirical evidence to bring to the psychiatrist. Because so much reporting is so anecdotal. It's like, oh, I slept well last night. I forget I smelled like shit the 2 weeks before.
Yeah.
And now you'll be able to go back and look at your own videos too. If for that alone, it's a good reason to do it. And maybe somebody will, you know, benefit from it. RA and the autoimmunes and sarcoidosis, all those, for anyone who's not familiar with what's been happening, are not rare. And I think it leaves a lot of people isolated because of lack of mobility. I think it leaves people at home, and people who are isolated and at home, welcome.
And
welcome to YouTube.
Yeah, right.
A lot of us connect this way when we don't get out of the house as much.
And, you know, because of the nature of pretty much all of these diseases, you know, the nature of it is it also plays on your emotions and your mood, and what you perceive other people think of you. You know, like if I just can't do it that day, I get in my head that they think I'm lying. They think it can't be that bad. You know, they just don't understand it. And then there's all these phrases that you hate to hear people say to you when you're feeling that way.
Yeah.
You know, oh, it's just temporary, or is there anything I can do? Like, I don't know. There's like a bunch of them that's like,
this too shall pass.
This too shall pass. Like things like, I wouldn't recommend saying that to someone who's going through a flare. This too shall pass, honey.
They're well intended.
Yeah, they are.
I think,
they are.
But, and again, I can't I've never been in the similar situation, but I think I'd probably want to be like, you.
Yeah. And
we'll
it's
talk
all,
after.
It's internal. It's all me and in my head, and I think that it definitely goes along with the disease.
Yeah.
Definitely plays on your emotion much more than like a broken arm or having a cold or a flu. I don't know.
Well, depression clusters with those diseases too, and whether it's situational or chemical or whatever, I mean, it's not uncommon for people to get prescribed antidepressant type stuff, or those things that cross over. Like, I know there's medications like Cymbalta or whatever that sometimes are prescribed for both.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Well, we'll see. But if I do it, it'll be completely transparent, completely honest. I'll say what all the medications and what they're doing to me, and that's the way I would do it if I did it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see what you guys think. If you think it might be interesting or beneficial or not,
Still putting thoughts together. We were talking before this video. I was going through from our last video about Recovery Month and some of the questions and things like that. And there was a few left below that video, maybe 3 or 4, and then we might have got some by email as well. So we're trying to figure out how to split that up maybe into a couple videos if need be. Because some of the questions, they were great questions.
Yeah,
and some of them have a lot of moving parts to them too. So trying to think how I want to respond as someone with lived experience and a little bit of professional experience, but also not a doctor, not a clinician, not a diagnoser, but lived it.
Yeah.
Lived it. So,
I think we might be doing that tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow we're going to try to gear up for that. Yeah.
For the recovery questions.
And we'll try to keep it as real, especially, I mean, even in terms of, like, these aren't the kind of videos that get, like, monetized, usually. No, the last video I did wasn't monetized about it. So so if we're going to be real, we can be real. Because there's no issues with I'm not going to get 4 cents for the 20 views on this one.
On this ad and that,
Interestingly, addiction comes up and it's usually okay.
Addiction usually is.
Depending on the language you use, addiction is okay to discuss, and it's not going to be, certainly not taken down.
No.
And you might be able to run ads during it. But stuff about mental health and the darker sides of mental health is considered shocking and controversial. I've had a number of videos on that were taken off. But I still think it's important to talk about.
I mean, too.
So what? What did we lose? $7?
Well, whatever. I don't... Money is not the driving force here.
Yeah, it's all... it's for the art.
It's for the art.
But I mean, but it's funny because most of our content is, I would say PG-13.
Yeah, I would say we're PG-13.
Yeah, and if it's...
occasionally
it's
some
only,
words slip out, but,
Well, it's only noteworthy because there's almost no content we have that isn't suitable for most audiences. And that makes it suitable for... We've never had anything kick back that says this isn't appropriate for YouTube.
Oh, no.
Period. No. Which is good. I've never gotten something from YouTube that says take this down.
No. So. I got one when I put a song in one of...
the copyright claim
kickback. The copyright claim kickback.
When we were on the Haunted tour.
Something like that. They kicked back, and I was like, ugh, I just got yelled at.
I know. They let you know, though, it's not a strike on your channel. It's not a strike on your channel. It was music playing in the hotel lobby when we went to
that's right.
Hotel Bethlehem on the Haunted tour.
Background,
and there was lobby music. Now, what YouTube will do for you is take your video and cut the section out.
Yeah.
And you let them do it, and it's okay. I could go in manually, but I don't know what they're copywriting.
Right.
It'll give you the range of this second to this second to do it with.
Yeah, interesting stuff.
Which
really.
is
I
fine.
think it's interesting. Yeah,
it is. And there was another time something.
And then there's a whole slew of like music out there that is copyrighted, but you're allowed to use. I
Yeah.
found that place. You just put a little tagline in there that the music was used. I think I did that in the Midnight Walk Through the Garden.
Yeah.
You can use it if you just put it in the description.
Give credit to the person,
and which is
it.
pretty cool. So
Yeah.
we're learning. Like we're getting there. I know
Yeah.
we've been on for over a year.
Oh, it's like 3.
We're still learning.
Slow and steady. Slow and steady.
So those were our thoughts, and that probably leads us up to the week. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
We have a fun tomorrow we'll probably do the recovery Q&A.
yeah.
Thursday,
Caretaking.
Friday, Fun Day Friday. We have a fun. Friday's gonna be fun.
Friday will be fun.
I'm looking forward to Friday, and then of course Saturday's coffee talk,
We
and then we're back
Beauty
to
Beauty,
Sunday.
and then we're live again.
Crazy.
Like sands through the hourglass.
Like sands.
So are the days of our lives.
This is true,
It just goes and goes and goes.
but
So, yeah. Well, tomorrow there'll be, a little more deep, a little more serious. And then we have Cynthia on Thursday
there's that.
to bring a little levity to all our lives.
Yes.
She's had an active week. Not entirely unpredictable. So,
I'm over it.
we'll see. I did want to
100% completely
over
just over Big C.
I did want to, and I don't know that I'll be able to follow through with this, but this was an angle I wanted to take. Because some of our content is meshed together between Cynthia and us, because I mention her, obviously, when we do a weekly series about her, and she will mention us, if not by name, as, as a douchebag.
Yes.
And I'm not a douchebag, it's the douchebag. It's Mr. Douchebag to you.
Mm-hmm.
The Mister's douchebag.
Mhm.
Actually, I think that's how that goes.
What do they do?
I don't know.
I
I
was
think
never
they
a
snap in the mark of the Z. Or is that Zorro?
How
I
is
don't-
that?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But
I was never a.
I wasn't that sassy.
I wasn't that sassy either. Gosh.
No,
Boy,
I-
that looked awful. All right, go ahead.
At any rate, I lost all my train of thought
I'm
now.
sorry.
I'm totally gone. But at any rate, oh yeah, the content about Cynthia.
Yeah.
To maybe take a tiny step back, not making fewer videos or less content, but to be a little more, maybe journalistic
Mm-hmm.
in looking at it, kind of looking at it a little more from the outside in, and
Mhm.
not as personally invested.
Mm-hmm.
But I need to temper that as well. If,
Yeah.
if somebody says something to me that I find objectionable, whether it's about me or a group of people that I think shouldn't be talked about in an objectionable way,
Yeah.
I feel compelled to respond, and I may. But for the sake of other things, maybe during the course of the video, try to maybe just...
Well, try it out.
I'll try it out.
It's no secret.
You try it out, it's hard!
A lot of people, you know what? People have gotten to the point, and I guess I'm talking more reviewers and reactors and no, pretty much everybody. They're kind of so over Cynthia at this point that they don't even want to give her the benefit
Of a view.
of a view. They don't even want to, like, obviously, if you do a video on Cynthia and, I don't know, you get 2,000 views on it, some of those people are going to go, it's bringing attention to
They're
her.
gonna go,
Whether
yeah.
it's good or whether it's bad. So people are getting to the point where they do not even want to give her that.
Yeah.
They're so, this last incident with Annie and
ripping up
everything.
the card and the vicious things
Oh,
that she said.
I'm glad I'm not doing Thursday's video because I couldn't do it journalistically.
Well,
But anyway, that was the point. I would have
Yeah.
been reading a lot, and people were saying is that this is
Yeah.
where we're at. We don't even want to. But then my little greedy, vindictive self is like, oh hell no! Someone has got to call this out on what she's doing because she's presenting herself to all her new people as this saint, God-loving, beautiful, giving person instead of the outright selfish, manipulative, horrible person she is. You know what I mean?
Don't hold back.
Oh, sorry. Is this Thursday?
You're not here Thursday. I guess you need to report
I had to get
early.
it out. Thank you. Sorry. And anyway, you started talking about it, and I just butted in.
I know. Well, at any rate, that's going to be something I'm going to put, not out front. You're not going to see a very different caretaking video. And I'm going to start calling it caregiving because it's never a wrong time to do the right thing. Never a wrong time to do the right
Okay,
thing.
it's been bothering you all this time.
It's been bothering me for months.
Then change it then.
So tomorrow, caretaking is officially going to caregiving.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Because it's been
We're
referred
good
to
with
as that, correctly referred to as that, because I have incorrectly named it early, and it's just too late. It's never too late. I'm changing the name tomorrow to caregiving.
Well, I support you.
But that's the name change, and I'm just maybe trying to take the edge off some of the personal stuff. Like, I don't want to call her a bitch. You know, that's not...
I'll do that.
That's a personal attack.
You know what? Maybe I'll pop in Thursday.
Yeah. So that's all I got going on.
That's all I got going on, too.
Well, you got the rest of the night? What are you doing tonight?
I don't know. It gets dark so early, I don't know.
Garden?
I don't know. I mean, what am I going to go out for 20 minutes?
Make me dinner.
Nope. I'm not doing it.
Did you bring
I'm
home
too
dinner?
tired. I did.
What'd you bring?
I brought home a Rachel, some pastries. I don't know. There's a bunch of stuff in
What's
there.
a Rachel?
A Rachel is like a Reuben, but made with turkey.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Can I have half?
Mm-hmm.
You got soup?
Of course. No, I didn't get soup today.
What do you come home for?
I know.
Well, thank you all
They
for
didn't
watching.
have it. And anyway, it's my lunch, for my work lunch, that we get bought for us once a week, because we have a working lunch on Tuesdays.
I hate working lunches.
I do too.
Can I eat? Can I live?
And this one went from noon until 1:30. This is how long this meeting was.
No.
And then straight back, and people were waiting outside to get in. Anyway, I'm sorry. I don't want to complain.
I've worked in a clerical and administrative capacity in a number of different jobs. Too many because I drank, but that's not the point. There's no reason for any meeting to be longer than an hour.
No.
Any longer, and it needs to be called a training, and it needs a coffee break.
Yes.
There is no reason for any...
You're going to have an hour and a half meeting. We need to have a cigarette break.
Any well-run meeting should be less than an hour.
I agree.
Otherwise, someone's hijacked it, and they're talking too long.
I agree.
In the interest of not hijacking anyone's time.
Yes, we went too long.
Thank you all for watching. Please do subscribe. Hit the like button and the bell on your way out so you get the alerts. You can follow Mark and I on Facebook at SmokeySteveAndMarc, on Instagram at SmokeySteveAndMarc, or on Twitter, our handle is at SmokeySteveA. Yep. Our email address and contact information is all listed below. Thank you once again, and we will see you tomorrow night.
Yes, we will for Hump Day.
Hump Day!
It was very, very nice to see you. I hope you had a great holiday weekend, and I hope you have a nice week planned coming ahead. Remember, everybody, stay safe, stay well, but above all else, stay positive. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Ciao.